You are now listening to the Vitalize podcast. Ooh, snap. Hey, yo, what up, family? Welcome back to the Vitalize podcast. You're here with your friendly neighborhood host, Mr. Marcus Black, and I'm so incredibly excited to be here with you today. And boy, do I got some things I want to share with you. Listen, I want you to strap in today. Listen, I know we always going up and it's always full of energy and it's always full of motivation, inspiration, affirmation, all the things, right? But I got a story to tell today, and you're going to definitely want to be somewhere where you're sitting. I guarantee you might gasp 17 times before I get through with these stories. But just know that if you're new here, I always leave you better than I found you. Yeah, we're going to talk about some hard things. We're going to talk about some very scary things, like rolling down a mountain backwards with no brakes. Yeah, we're going to get there. Some of y'all are like, wait a minute. Yeah, we're going to talk about it, but I ain't there yet. Listen, so now you got to stay tuned because now you want to know what happened in this story and you want to know how we got there. I bet it's like those old movies back in the day. I guess you wonder how we got here. They start in the action and then it's like, wait a minute. That escalated quickly. Yeah, that's where we are. But if you're new here, man, I'm excited. Thank you for tapping in. There's no such thing as a second-time guest in this community, so you are where you need to be. If inspiration, motivation, and affirmation, positivity all day is your thing, then you came to the right place. If it's not, I might not be for you, and that's okay too. If I'm not your cup of tea, you can politely exit stage left and go get some coffee. And that's something I always say, but I really say that because I want to teach the people in this community that it's okay to not be for everyone. It's okay if everyone doesn't love you. You don't have to live this people pleaser lifestyle where everything you do is to please somebody else who really at the end of the day ain't thinking about you. Dr. Seuss #bars. Everything you do doesn't have to please people who ain't thinking about you. Facts. So we have to create a better system by which you live that's predicated upon you understanding your worth and your value in this world. And when we get there, then you can really go up on a Tuesday. It's not a Tuesday, but whatever day it is that you partake of this information, we going up. Straight up. All right. So I get to tell you about an incredible experience that I had with an incredible group of people that was brought to you by the one and only Miss Krystalore Crews. She's an incredible human being, a dear friend. We have been building friendship over the last few years. And last year, so I'll tell you where we're going. Basically, she and I collaborated on a project called From Ink to Impact. And that's all about helping people, entrepreneurs who are thinking forward about their brand and their mission, who want to tell their story but don't exactly know how. We're going to bring their story to life by helping them get the idea out of their mind and onto paper. And then what do you do when your idea gets out of your mind and onto paper? Your book. What do you do with that? How do you make it matter? How do you make it go into the world and create what you want, which is a legacy that outlives you because you impacted people on the planet? Yeah, that's what we decided to do. So we spent the week in Puerto Rico, fabulous paradise on earth, the tropical paradise that is the Caribbean in Puerto Rico. It was remarkable, and I'm going to tell you all about that. But how do we get there? So I met Krystalore. We were both speakers at this incredible event in Las Vegas, Nevada, a couple years back. I saw something about her. I didn't know what it was, but I just knew she had a light. I knew there was something inside of her, and we actually connected there. It was really cool. Shared a couple of tears on some real moments, and the rest was history. So we connected. We stayed connected, supporting one another from afar, but that's it. Like, I'm supporting you, you're supporting me. I'm supporting you, you're supporting me. I would listen to her show, her podcast that she does weekly on Clubhouse app. Some of y'all came here from Clubhouse. Shout out to the people who know what Clubhouse is. Others of you who are wondering what the heck is a Clubhouse and what is it? How can I get involved in it? I want to be a part of the club. I hear you. I understand. It's a place, it's an app basically where people come together and share thoughts, ideas, and life principles that help one another live their best life. It's all virtual. There's all vocal. There's no visuals. It's no pictures. It's no videos. It's just voice. It's called social audio. So it's like where social media meets audio, like radio, like podcast, live. It was a phenomenon during COVID. The usership has dropped tremendously since the world reopened, but there's still a lot of really incredible, dope people on Clubhouse, right? So I would listen to her, support her show there. She would support my show. This was cool. And she hit me up last July, end of July. And she says, hey. I said, hey, hi there. Howdy. What's up, friend? She said, yo, I saw you made a post online about helping people get their books done. I said, yeah, that's what I do. I've been very successful at helping more than 120 authors now tell their story and become officially published authors and wink, wink, best-selling authors. But anyway, got a little bit of success. I learned that process. She said, yeah, well, I want to take you up on that offer. I would love to work with you. I would love to invest in your services, and I would love for you to help me bring my book to life and make it a reality. I said, oh, say less, girl. Let's do it. What's up? What you want to do? So she said, just tell me the process. Let me know what it costs. I don't care. I'm sending it on site, and we're going to get started. I said, okay. She said, because the deal I made with myself is that I was going to become a best-selling author by my 40th birthday. I said, oh, snap. Okay, come on, goals. Hashtag goals. I hear you, girl. When is your 40th birthday? She said it's in like 34 days. This was the end of July. Her birthday was in August. I was like, oh, snap. Okay. We got work to do. She said, is that possible? I said, oh, yeah, it's definitely possible. It's going to be on you, though. I know the process, so I'm going to tell you what to do. We got an end goal. We're going to reverse engineer it, and I'll tell you where you need to be by when, and it's going to require a lot, but it's definitely doable. She said, game on. I'm in. We locked in, and we got started. And you know what happened? This incredible human went step by step by step by step. It would be different if she was doing nothing but sitting around twiddling her thumbs. Not only did she do everything I asked her to do by when I asked her to do it, that's all while at the time juggling a family, juggling multiple business ventures and a career in the military, traveling, training, community that she leads with women, her fitness studio and community that she serves and leads. And I'm like, what on earth? How? I don't know how you do all the things, but she did it. And we were able to celebrate on her 40th birthday, her becoming a best-selling author. She did the work. It happened. The process worked. She became a believer, and we celebrated together. And so from there, we just kept walking through life, journeying, supporting one another. And there came an opportunity where she said, hey, I got an idea and I want to know what you think about it. I said, well, what kind of idea you got? Holla at your boy. She said, I'm down here in fabulous, sunny Puerto Rico, and I'm here and I'm doing my retreats. But she was like, what if, just what if there were a group of people? I've been having a lot of conversations with people who want to tell their story and they want to get their story out to the world. They want to write a book. What if we took my expertise in hosting incredible epic retreats and your expertise in helping people become full-fledged authors and married the two, put them together and gave people an experience of a lifetime, and they walked away with a book manuscript that they can go through the rest of the process with and become authors themselves? What? I was like, immediately like, dang, that sounds remarkable. How are we gonna do that? She's like, I think I got a plan. And she had a plan, and we talked about it, and we started simple. We say, you know what? Let's pick a date that works for both of us and go from there. We picked a date, but the first date, she had a conflict. I had a conflict. It didn't work out, so we pushed the date. But once we locked in a date, the rest is history. And I can honestly say, like, I had always seen her doing her retreats, and she hosts these incredible retreats for women only. So ladies, listen, this is your cue. If you're listening to me and you are a lady and you are in desperate need of a boost in life, you are in desperate need of an escape from the hustle and bustle and the rigors and the responsibilities of everyday life, of being a wife, of being a mom, of being a leader, of being an entrepreneur, of just life itself. and you need to recalibrate. You need to refocus. You need to get away and prioritize and pour into you. If that's you and you are under the sound of my voice, this is your girl. This is your person. Trust me, I am a believer. Because when she say all inclusive, once you pay your cost, all you got to do is show up, get there. Once you get your flights and you get there, the rest of the week is on her and her fabulous team. When I say they wouldn't let us lift a finger, they wouldn't let us pick up or put down a plate. They wouldn't let us make our own coffee. They learn custom coffee orders daily. I'm like, here you are. And it's like, what is this? And where did this 5-star service come from? And all the meals and not having to think about it. And most importantly, it's about holistic health. So because she's a fitness coach and a health coach, she's able to help you learn how to eat properly without starving yourself and food still be tasty. And I'm like, what is this sorcery? I've never seen this before, but I got to experience that. So listen, that's a shameless plug. This ain't I don't get nothing from it. I just want the people who are in my community who are able and want to have this experience. The next experience is coming up soon, but if you got it, or if you got a credit card, or you want to figure out how you can make it real, like holler at her. I'll put her information where you can connect with her, or just send me a DM and say, yo, retreat. And I'll get you connected with her if you want to go to the women's retreat. It's in Costa Rica, so you do need a passport. Or if you just want to tap in and this story I'm about to tell you about this Puerto Rico retreat, if you're looking at that and like, dang, I wish I had known about it, I would have done that in a heartbeat. Hey, guess what? You don't have to worry because it went so remarkably. I'm definitely signing up to do that again. Of course, I'll come to paradise in the Caribbean and have all these incredible adventures and excursions and help people transform their lives and tell their stories in the process. What? Say less. So if you want that, just say retreat. You can say Puerto Rico retreat, or you can say Costa Rica retreat, and I'll get you all the details you need. If you don't know how to message me, hit your boy up on Instagram at mblackspeaks, and I got you, fam. So I get to Puerto Rico, and I'm not really knowing what to expect, but it's everything I just told you. It was Krystalore and Sandra, her incredible team member, and they just rolled out the red carpet. Oh my gosh, they cooked the most delicious dinners, breakfast. Every morning we got these custom smoothies that had chocolate protein, and they had collagen in them, and they had fresh strawberries in them, and peanut butter, and all of this stuff. I'm like, what is this? And why is it delicious? But we had that after our 6:30 a.m. beachside sunrise workouts. Can you imagine the ocean waves crashing? You're on the beach working out. Yes, it's early, but there's no greater way to start your day than moving your body. And we're out there and we're working out and we're getting in and we're coming back in and replenishing and refueling before we get to work and we get into our workshops. So we get into our workshops and those go incredibly. I see tears falling. I see hearts opening. I see things that are happening. And I got members, I got friends who are part of the retreat experience who are asking, is this like normal? Is it normal for walls to fall like this? Is it normal for healing to happen? Is it normal for revelations to come this quickly? We just got started. Yes, it's normal. That's what it's for. When you are in an environment of like-minded, like-hearted individuals all working together towards a common goal to succeed and grow in life, yeah, real transformation gonna happen, fam. That's what it is. So this happens the first night, the whole first day. It was incredible. It was remarkable. And then came excursion day. Now, this is where things got real. What happened here, I want you to hear this and share in this story, but it was an anomaly. This type of things never happened before, but it happened this time, and I think it was meant to happen, and it was a valuable, vital part of the experience. And so we're getting ready to take a trip. So we're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, going to El Yunque, which is the national rainforest in Rio Grande, Puerto Rico. So we had to get in the car. We got to drive an hour. And there's enough of us that can fit in her personal car. She's taken that trip 8 times in the last 2 weeks. So it's like, okay, let's hop in the car. Let's go. Now we hop in the car. We drive through the highway. She's showing me all the things. I'm just being wowed by every little thing, like the trees and the lakes and the rivers, like as if we don't have those here in Oklahoma. But something about seeing trees, lakes, and rivers are a little different when you're in Puerto Rico. And we get to Rio Grande and we're about to go up and we start going up the mountain. And this is cool. I'm like, dang, man, this is dope, man. We going up. And then like we start going up and I'm like, okay, like we are really climbing now. Climbing a little bit. Thankfully, we weren't on the edge yet. We didn't get to the edge of the mountain, but you know how sometimes when you start a mountain, you're kind of in the middle, and then next thing you know, you're snaking around the edge. We did do that eventually, but we weren't there yet. We're getting up, and Krystalore, who's driving, notices, oh no, the car is running hot. It's like, hasn't done this. Oh, snap. Okay, what's going on? So now, what is your first thought when the car starts running hot? I don't know what your first thought is. That used to be a regular in my childhood. I'm like, oh, this is my childhood all over again. It's all good. We just need to find the quickest dip off and get off the road ASAP, turn this thing off, let that baby cool down, and then let's see what's assessed from there, and then we can move forward, figure out what the cause, and we good. Yeah, except one thing. When you're coming up a mountain, there's not roads or places to pull off. So we're still going, and we're just looking for a place, and we turn a curve and we turn another curve, and there's not been any place to pull off. It's just this 2-lane highway and cars coming both ways. Finally, we keep going, and Krystalore's like, we probably got to be close. We got to be close. And then poof. It happened. Everything shut off. We lost all power. The car shut off. It started smoking. The power, like all the power went off. The power steering went off. So she couldn't steer the wheel. And then it happened. Those of you watching my face see my eyebrows raised to the roof are like, what happened? If you're just listening, you're on the edge of your seat on pins and needles. I'm doing this on purpose. I feel your anxiety rising. You know why? Because mine was too. And then we start rolling backwards. The car starts rolling backwards down the mountain. 3 of y'all just said nope. You just immediately said, nope, that's it. That's where I'm done. I'm checked out. Yeah, no, we were rolling backwards down the mountain. So Krystalore's hitting the brake, and I see her hitting the brake. It's like, it's not working. The brake isn't working. The brake isn't working. I'm like, oh, gosh. And so then what do? She's a leader. She hits the emergency brake. It's okay. I hit the emergency brake. The emergency brake isn't working. There's cars coming around the curve at the bottom. We're rolling backwards on this steep slope. And in that moment, there's 1,000,001 things that happened in my brain, including the little jingle that you always see on TikTok. Dumb ways to die. You know, somebody's like, how can you joke at this moment? We're still in the middle of this story. You are in the middle of this story. But this is exactly where I want to pause for the cause. Because if you're honest and you're very open with yourself right now, there's 17 of y'all right now who are under the sound of my voice who are in that exact place in your very own life. Your entire life is nothing but a climb, fam. Your life is but a climb. And you've been climbing, and you've been climbing, and you've been climbing. And it's hard to climb. I don't know about you, but climbing is not easy. It's hard. It puts stress on you, just like it puts stress on that car. And so now you're trying, and it's hard, and it's hard, and it's hard. And you get to the point where you ain't got nothing left to give, and everything just stops, and you give out. And now you are free falling, rolling backwards down a mountain with immense fear and anxiety in your heart because you don't know where you land. You don't know how the story ends. Maybe you feel like your family and your relationship is just out of control right now. You don't know which way is up, and you've been fighting for a long time, but now you don't even know what you're fighting for. Maybe you've been pouring into your business, and you've been pouring every ounce of resource you have, time, energy, talent, treasure into developing this business, and it's just not working. Nothing is going. The climb is too hard. You're overworked, you're underpaid, and you're rolling backwards down that mountain. Maybe you just feel like life in general has just gotten so tough and so hard to balance it all. I am just tired. And you want to throw in a towel. And you're not even fighting anymore. You're not even trying to climb. You're just rolling backwards down that mountain. And if you find yourself in that place, my friend, I wanted to come here and park in this moment to tell you that it's all going to be okay. As sure as I'm sitting here in front of your face in this moment, live and in the flesh, not having driven over the edge, I'm here and I'm okay. And you're going to be okay too. So somebody just needed to hear me say it's going to be okay. Somebody just need me to hear me say, I know you're tired. I know you've been fighting. I know you've been giving everything you got. But if you just stay another day, if you just live to fight another day, if you just put one foot in front of the other a little bit longer, it gets greater later. I promise you. I cannot say when, I cannot say how, but I guarantee it gets greater later. You just got to keep going, got to keep living, man. But you just need affirmation to let you know it's going to be okay. It all works out in your favor in the end. So in this moment, we're rolling down backwards and she's stumping the brake. She's stumping the emergency brake. She can't turn the wheel. We don't know what. Cars are coming down. Cars are coming this way. We don't know what to do. And finally, she hit the AC switch and she shut it off. And when she did, the power flashed. When the power flashed, she stumped the brake and the car stopped. Great thinking, by the way. You know you was a leader in the military. You got that quick on your feet skills. And she did that. The car stopped and we're sitting in the middle of the road blocking traffic both ways. We don't even care. She's locked in. She's holding the brakes. All of us then get out of the car. And Sandra, her incredible team member, gets in the front, also a leader in the military. Shout out to the military people, man. Thank y'all for y'all service and for being dope, because y'all have great minds. Sandra gets out. Sandra gets in the front seat. They grab the steering wheel and they muscle that thing together. And they muscle it and angle it just enough that there's a big, massive pole right there on the side of the road. And a couple of us guys who were there got out, grabbed the van, and as those two steered, the other two of us held the tension against the car to let it roll slowly, and we guided it right into that pole where the car rested until a tow truck was able to come get it a couple hours later. In that moment, was that most ideal? No. Was that the best thing that could happen? No. Was that the best case scenario? No. But it was a moment that none of us will ever forget because we worked together as a team while we waited on the tow truck in the heat of the jungle or the rainforest. We were all in good spirits. We were having great attitudes. We were all laughing and cheerful as cars drove past us on the side of the road. and come to find out, like, the entire time Krystalore had been there, her car never had AC. Her AC got fixed that week. So we were riding up the mountain and it's an older vehicle and the AC. So it just got overworked, just like many of you have done in your life, and where you feel like you're in that place where you don't know you can go anymore. You just been overworked and it's time for you to pause. And Gigi is what she named her car. Gigi needed a pause, but Gigi didn't get a pause. And so she just was angry. She threw a tantrum. But at the end of the day, we were all safe. And then we had a choice to make, because like, well, we were planning on going up and hiking, but now we got to find a way home, which is an hour away. And the tow truck could take 2 people. But we figured all of that out. We just were calm. We figured it out. We're like, well, we were going to hike today. We're going to miss the very reason we came all the way out here. So Krystalore and I got to brainstorm. It's like, yo, what if we talk to the team? We were going to hike today and go out tonight. What if we don't go out tonight? What if we just get home safely in one piece? Take a breather. And what if we eat in and we do workshops today, the workshops we were going to do tomorrow, and then we get back in that car and we go back to the rainforest. Not in that car. We actually rented a car. But we rent a car and we go back to the rainforest. And Krystalore loved it. Everybody loved it. The team was with it. So we went home, we ate in, and we worked. And it was great. And then we woke up the next morning, did our beachside workout, and then we got the rental car and we headed back to El Yunque. Wait a minute, what? You gonna go? Some of y'all was like, that's traumatic. I ain't going back ever. Yeah, no, we went back. Why? Because every day that you wake up in life is a new opportunity to rewrite history. Yeah, yesterday might have been real bad. It might have been all bad, but yesterday is yesterday. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today, this, my friend, is a present. It's a gift. That's why we call it the present. And that's where we are. So we're going to rewrite it. We're going to rewrite it. If you woke up today and there's blood pumping inside your chest, The breath of life fills your lungs and you are here. There's a new opportunity for you to make it matter, for you to make it count. It's new. It ain't got to be like it was yesterday. So here we are. We get back in the car and we do the whole drive. We get all the way back. We got right to the spot where Gigi gave out on the pole she rests on. We went and we laid down some flowers and we did a little dance in her memory, in her honor right there, because we're rewriting this history. And then we get up to the top of the hill. We take a picture at the El Yunque Rainforest sign, and then we drive up the mountain. We drive all the way up the mountain. We get up to the mountain, and then we're seeing castles. We're seeing trees, lakes, rivers. We got these picturesque, scenic views. Oh, my goodness, the views. I mean, it was breathtaking. And then we got to this trail, the actual hike we were going to do. So Krystalore not really telling us. She's like, yo, just know, it might challenge you a bit. So just keep an open mind. And I'm sitting here like, what do you mean by that? Had to hit it in my best Drewski voice. What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean by that? Because your boy is sitting up here like, you talking about challenging. We on top of a mountain. How challenging can it get? Now, she said, we're going to walk a trail. It's all flat. It's all paved. It's all good. I don't know about you, but when I hear all flat, this table in front of me, this is flat. When I hear flat, that's what I think. She wasn't lying. It was all paved, but it was not all flat. It was flat, all right, flat like this. If you're watching me, you can see my hand. If you can't see my hand, just imagine a steep slope. It was like that. She said, yeah, we're going to be walking about an hour. An hour? Yeah, she said, look up there. You see there's a tower up there? And I'm looking and I don't see the tower. She said, yeah, right there. And I'm like, I just know. I just know. You are not talking about that little bitty speck on top of that highest hill, that big peak up there. You ain't talking. She said, yeah, we're going to go up there. I said, look, I don't even got no words. That's how flabbergasted I was. I was befuddled. I was hornswoggled, bewildered, flabbergasted. I was all those words. As demonstrative as you can imagine, thinking, I'm not finna go up there. How we gonna get up there? We're gonna walk up there. What? How, Sway? Some of y'all saw this on my Instagram stories and you see what I'm talking about, because it was the tiniest little speck on the top of this peak, and she said, we're gonna go up there. So we get to walking on this trail and I'm thinking it's flat, and I'm noticing we've been walking for 7 minutes and it's been straight up. Now we turning curves. Now I can see down. Now I see like little creeks and I see little waterfalls, and we are in a rainforest and we are going up. And I'm like, I just know you do not have me climbing up this dang mountain. You said a hike. I'm cool with hiking. Listen, I love nature, fam. I love nature. I want to see it, though. I don't want to participate in it. I want to admire nature, not be an active participant. I want to see the mountain. I want to climb the mountain. I want to see the ocean and the creatures in the aquarium. I don't want to swim with them and snorkel and pet them, feed. I don't want to do that. So here we are. Some of y'all are laughing right now. I know you're cracking up at me. I'm so serious, though. You don't even know. And we're climbing up this mountain. 15 minutes in is when I realized, what did I get myself into? Because I'm huffing a little bit. I'm puffing a little bit. But shout out to me, man. And shout out to my people at Rumble OKC, man, who've been getting me right and I've been working out with for the last few months, because wind-wise, I was okay. My wind was okay. My body was okay. My legs weren't aching too bad. I was able to do this, not with ease, because nothing was easy about it, but also not like the hardest thing in the world. I was just able to do it. I'm just climbing. I'm just walking up. Like imagine you walking up steps for an hour. Yeah. So we're just walking. They weren't steps, though. It was just like having to step up this steep climb. So we're walking. We're turning. We get about halfway there, and my body's like over it. I'm like, I can't do this no more. How far are we? How long we got to go? So we're about the halfway point. So right when my brain started to tell my body, you going to sit on this bench over here and let them keep going, because we came up to this little bench. Like, yeah, this is where my journey stops. Y'all go the rest of the way. I'll see you when you get back. And something inside of me, probably Krystalore's tiny voice, her voice ain't tiny, but she's a tiny human, was in my ear like, you're stronger than you think you are. And you can do this. You can do hard things. And I'm like, you know what? I've done it my whole life. My whole life has been a climb, climbing from the humble beginnings. Many of you guys know that story, climbing from abuse, climbing from chaos, climbing from toxicity, climbing from a near-death experience, climbing from poverty, climbing, just climbing, man, climbing. I've been climbing my whole life. Why stop now? So instead of quitting like I wanted to, like some of y'all want to right now in life, I handed her my phone. I turned the camera on. I said, I want you to press record. She pressed record. She didn't know what I was going to say. And I gave every piece of energy and juice I had to say, you know what? I'm on a mountain and we've been climbing, and I ain't know we was going to be climbing, but we climbing. I'm at the halfway point and I ain't stopping now. Even though I want to stop, I got to keep going, because if you never have mountains to climb in life, you never get to enjoy the miraculous views. And there are miraculous views in life waiting for you if you're just only willing to keep climbing. So keep climbing because you can. Yeah. I said it. And I did it. And so we kept going. The whole group got juiced after that. They're like, wow, where did that energy come from? Sheesh. Everybody got a second win. And we kept climbing. And we kept climbing. We get 3/4 of the way there. We're almost there now. I'm like, at this point, I'm cool. Got my second win. I'm Gucci. We get to the point where the end is in sight. We can see the opening at the top of the forest. The trees open and we about to get out. Krystalore says, there's the end right up there. And we're probably not going to be able to go all the way up to the top because the trail is closed. I'm like, yes. When she said that, that's all I needed to hear. I said, boy, your boy is about to go. I'm about to tap in and I'm about to go. So I get a little extra. I get a little crazy with it. So what do? My crazy self starts running the end of this trail. So I'm jogging. It finishes with steps. I hit the steps like Rocky. I get to the top. I'm right, you guys are with me. You're with me. You're tracking. That's where I was. I was feeling triumphant. And I was feeling like I did it. And I had nothing left in the tank. And she's like, yeah, there's a little lookout. There's a little hill. We'll walk down and we'll have this lookout. And then we'll go back down. I'm like, let's go. We did it. And then a couple walked past who had just come down from the tower where the trail was closed. And they're talking to Krystalore. And they're like, yeah, it says the trail's closed, but we just went around it and it was fine. Everything was okay. We went all the way up. It was great. So then she gets the bright idea to let us know, hey, guys, we can actually, they said it's closed, but it's actually not closed. We can actually go now. And that's when everything inside of me was like, I wanted to say some not nice words. Man, stop playing with me. I already told you we're not going all the way up there. We done already came all the way up here. This far enough. And there were 2 roads that diverged from one path. This is also a post on my Instagram if you haven't seen it. So if you want to get a visual of all of this. And these 2 roads, after we get out the jungle, one went down, like she said we were gonna do. The other one was up. Uphill climb. And I wanted to take the easy road. I am not going to lie to you, because my body and my brain told me that's enough. But my heart and soul wouldn't let me quit. And so I took the road less traveled. And so if you're under the sound of my voice and you're thinking about your own life and you're thinking about your own experiences and you're thinking about your own journey with life, and that's how you felt, I've been climbing, and I finally get here. Dang, I'm here now. I don't want to climb no more. You mean I get to the top? And there's another climb? Yeah, guess what? Miley Cyrus already told us that. She already told you. I don't know what you're rushing for. Why are you trying to get there so fast? It's always going to be another mountain. And guess what? Life is tiring. You're always going to want to make it move. There's always going to be an uphill battle, fam. You can't run away from it. You can't get rid of it. You cannot escape the uphill battle that is a fact of life sometimes. Just sometimes you're going to have to learn to lose. It's okay to have a setback. It's not about how fast you can get there. It ain't about what's waiting on the other side. See, really, the beauty in life itself is the climb. It's not the peak. Because on that climb, I learned I had some strength inside of me I didn't know I had. On that climb, I learned I had some resilience I didn't know I had. On that climb, I learned that there was more in the tank and more than I could give, and I was greater than my mind would allow me to think that I was. And guess what, my friend? You are on the climb. And you are greater than you think you are. You're stronger than you think you are. You're better than you think you are. You can accomplish more than you think you can. Get out of the way and embrace the climb, because that's where the beauty is. So when the two roads diverged from one path, I took the road less traveled. And we went up and we got to that point where that road was blocked, and we politely took a picture and said, we throwing caution to the wind. We went right around that sign and we went all the way to the very top of that mountain. And I found myself overwhelmed with emotion because I was now standing in the very spot my brain told me was impossible for me to be. Oh, snap. What did I just say? Rewind. I was now standing in the very spot my brain told me was impossible from the start. Some of y'all right now have some impossible things, impossible dreams, impossible healing, impossible feats in this life that you think you've already told yourself that'll never happen for me. I'll never make a lot of money. I'll never have an abundance of wealth. I'll never have an abundance of health. I'll never have an abundance of anything. I'll never win. I'll never be a winner. I'll never have my dream come true. I'll never. You already told yourself, just like I told myself. And so the danger is you discount yourself and you don't make it real. Now, the only reason I made it real was because of the people I was surrounded with. That's a plug for community. Because if I was not with that community and they were not in my ear and we didn't go together, there ain't no gosh darn way I was about to walk my little happy behind all the way up there. Y'all gonna have to see a picture of this. Send me a DM if you made it this far in this podcast and you want to see. I will DM you the pictures for reference so you can see, because I'm not exaggerating when I tell you it was up there. And there was a 0% chance in my mind, and some of y'all there's a 0% chance in your mind things turn around for you. Guess what? Things will turn around for you, but only if you're willing to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Only if you're willing to keep going. Only if you're willing to not give up and not quit. Only if you're willing to dig in to that place and that person that's inside of you that's been dying to get out, and free them and let them take you where you want to go. And I sat there at the top of that mountain, overwhelmed with emotion, feeling it all over my body, because you did it, fam. You did what you didn't think you could do. And just 3 months ago and 50 pounds heavier, I ain't no way I could have done that. But I've been doing the work and I've been putting one foot in front of the other every day. And now here we are, and your boy made it. And then we had to go back down. And that's okay. Going down felt a lot better than coming back up. So we come down, we get back to the fork in the road. Your boy made another video. And I said 2 roads diverged from one path, and I took the road less traveled. When everything inside of me wanted to take the easy way out, I ain't take the easy way out. I took the climb. I continued to climb, the next climb to get to the top. And I got the view. And I got the experience because I was willing to climb. I got it. So I say that to say, I want you to have it too. So I made that video. It's posted on my Instagram. We come down the mountain. We got to go all the way back down, snaking that whole long road, just like we came up. We get all the way down to the bottom of the hike, feeling so accomplished, ready to be done. I had that little song in my head when we got down to the bottom and we got off that trail, and I was looking back up there in disbelief of where I just came from. And all I could think in my mind was, this is the best part. This is the best part. Some of y'all TikTok people know what I'm talking about. This is the best part, baby. We are down. My feet are on the ground. And they were like, yeah, we got one more thing. One last stop on this trail. And then we're home for the day. We'll get off this mountain. And this last thing is the most beautiful part. It's where you get to take it all in. And Krystalore is like, you might want to leave anything of value or anything you need to carry with your hands, leave it in the car for this one. It's not as long of a trek, but it's a little bit more intensive. You might need your hands and your feet. And I had to hit her with the Drewski again. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Shout out to you, Drewski, by the way. If y'all don't know who that is, some people on the internet think I look like him. I don't know. But when I showed her, she was like, wait, that's not you? I'm like, oh my gosh. What do you mean by that? I want to dress up as Drewski for Halloween, I swear to you, and see how many people I can actually fool. I was in Denver. This is just a side plug. I was in Denver And it was last year when they were in the finals. And when I was there, I was at the bar and this dude came up to me and was like, man, you my favorite comedian, man. All your videos, can I get a picture? And I was like, this guy is convinced I am he. I am not he. But I just went with it at that point because I hear it every day. Anywho, what do you mean by that? So she said, you're going to need all fours. And I'm there with it. What do you mean by that? So we get up there and I see what she means by that. They're kind of like stone steps, but they're not really steps, but you just got to climb, step your way up, and you need your hands to position and pull yourself up. So I'm doing it. It's all good. But 4 steps in, my left quad started talking. And when I say it started talking, it started singing. It started burning. The 5th step, it's burning. The 6th step, it's not gonna work anymore. So I switch legs and I start climbing with my right leg. And I lead with my right leg and I push myself up with all my pressure on my right leg. And then it start burning. Another step, it start burning. On about that 8th step, both of my legs shut down. When I say shut down, I mean I could not walk. I'm standing there, Krystalore in the group's looking like, oh, is everything okay? What's going on? You okay? And I'm like, I'm not, I think it's a cramp. It was a muscle spasm. I'm like, that's a cramp. So then, I had been drinking electrolytes and everything. I had some liquid IV. Shout out to liquid IV. So it ain't like, I don't know. It was just my body was like done. And that's another place where so many people find themselves. It's like you push past the place you thought you could and you keep going and you're on the way to the miraculous views and then you have another setback. I had another setback. What do you do then? Like, is everything inside of you trying to tell you that you're just not supposed to be where you thought you were supposed to be? It's not for you to see. These are thoughts that come into your mind. This was a thought that came into my mind. But you know what? Where there's a will, there is a way. And the team was like, I saw a couple of ladies lean in like they were gonna grip, but then they were like, wait a minute, we don't know him that well and that could be awkward. We don't want to just be all in his stuff. But one of the ladies on the trip with us, professional massage therapist by trade, she got skills. And so they called her and she came to the rescue and she said, that's what I need you to do. She took my leg and I don't know what kind of sorcery she did, but it was excruciating. It was painful. Her elbows was digging into my massive quads and she was moving. And next thing you know, she had about 5 minutes on each leg. When she finished, she said, what do you think? And I stood up and I swear to you, I walked like nothing happened. I walked like nothing happened. And they were like, okay, let's go back down. Let's go down. We don't want to chance this happening again. Your body's over it. Let's just go home. And I'm like, but we're halfway to the waterfall. Why would we go home now? And they said, because we don't want you to be too uncomfortable. We don't want you to be in that much pain. We're following your lead. And I said, we didn't come this far to come this far. And that is a message for somebody under my voice right now. In life, you didn't come this far to come this far. And it does not matter how many setbacks you had. It does not matter how many shortcomings you had. It doesn't matter when all the times you thought you couldn't and you kept going. None of that matters. All that matters is the will inside of your heart and your soul to go another step. And I said, we ain't going home right now. We didn't come this far to come this far. We taking the step. And so we went and I walked up the rest of the way and we come over this hill and there lies this most beautiful creation. This waterfall is pouring. And I'm sitting here once again in disbelief, like, I can't believe I almost missed this, but I didn't. I'm here. I made it when I didn't think I could. And I took my shoes off and Krystalore grabbed my hand and she was like, it's time to go in. And so we walked in. She walked me over to the waterfall. We stood under the waterfall. Water is fresh, natural water in a rainforest water. It's pelting me on my head, feeling so amazing because it was so hot out there, but that water was cool. And then some of y'all like, I know you're not about to tell us nothing else crazy. Yeah, there's one more surprise in this story. The water's pelting on my head. My head's leaning down and I felt it happen. I felt my glasses shift off my face and I tried to grab them and I missed them. And they go under the waterfall into nowhere, into nothingness. If you are watching this on YouTube right now, or if you catch this in case I post a clip in this moment, I am blind. I can't see you right now. You could hold up anything and you are this close to me. I can't see nothing. And in that moment, I had utter fear in my heart and soul because I'm thinking, I can't go home now. I'm going to live in Puerto Rico because I can't read the signs in the airport. I can't find the gate. I can't navigate an airport like this. And Krystalore sat there just looking at the panic on my face like, oh my gosh, what do we do? And she herself wanted to go down and look for him, but she couldn't because she was holding me up, because now I'm like stepping on jagged rocks. This is a real waterfall. So it's not like ground or sand or dirt. It's like jagged rocks under the waterfall. So I'm standing still trying not to wobble and fall over. She's holding me up. Some kids come over, Puerto Rican, they don't speak English. So they're like trying to understand. So they swim under the water. They can't find nothing. They go back, and I'm sitting here thinking, I'm doomed. After all of that, after so much accomplishment. That's how some of y'all feel right now. Some of y'all done made it through all of that. You done made it through the climb. You done made it through the pain. You done made it through the spasms. You made it through everything. And here you are, and you still suffer another setback. Man, when does it end? And I remember almost starting to feel hopeless, but just choosing to say, you know what? I don't know how this works out, but it got to work out in my favor. I just don't know. And at that point, a gentleman got up, a Puerto Rican man who was sitting over there on a rock drinking a beer. He was on a rock enjoying his beer, and the waterfall jumps up, comes to our rescue. He don't speak English, but he know enough to know whatever was on my face. So he goes under the water. We're standing right under the waterfall as this is happening because I didn't move. I was in shock. He grabs my ankle, I feel him, and he's going all around my body, and he's just feeling all around those rocks. And after about a minute's time, he came up and he was waving my glasses, and I was like, "Ooh, you can't tell me nothing, man. There's nothing that you can tell me about everything that we overcame to be able to embrace this moment." I put them glasses away, and I stood under that waterfall and just let the water pour on me, rain down on me. But after that, I was able to go down, and we were able to take our pictures, capture the moments, get out of there, go back down that mountain victorious, knowing that not only had we overcame the setback the day before of rolling backwards down the mountain, but now on the replay, all the times I thought I couldn't, all the times my heart and soul felt like it wasn't possible, all the times I looked upside Krystalore's head wanting to just flick her little self because I can't believe you put me in this position. But that's what real friends do. Real friends put you in positions not to endanger you, but they put you in positions that stretch you in order to help you grow, because they see in you what you can't always see in yourself. And if you don't have those type of friends in your circle, you need to question whether or not you actually have a circle, or do you have a cage? Because if the people you spend the most time with don't make you want to be greater, live greater, do greater, go for more, stretch yourself outside your comfort zone and level up, those ain't the people for you. And I hate to say this to you, that's a lie. I don't hate to say it. I'm happy. I just been a rude awakening lately, and I'm here for it, because sometimes you need somebody to let you know you need a circle, you need a community, you need people in your life who care. You don't need these people who, when you're around them, make you feel worse, make you make worse decisions. They make you do things that aren't unbecoming of your character. That's not the people you need in your life. So now you got to realize you're on a climb, fam. At the end of the day, I told you this whole story just to lead you to this point, to know that you're on a climb. And the climb won't be easy. Ain't nobody told you the climb was going to be easy. The climb is hard, but you're harder. Yes, it's going to require a lot of you, but your whole life has been building you for this moment. You've been preparing for this moment. You ain't going to fold right now. So whatever in your mind is telling you you can't, you got to push that to the side, kick it to the curb, throw that off a mountain, and realize that you can. I'm screaming it with everything inside of me because I know that you can. I did. And so you can. And you have. And so you can. So tap into your community. Find your circle of support who will push you to be greater. And whatever you do, keep pushing forward. Whatever you do, keep putting one foot in front of the other. Whatever you do, just keep going, because it leads to beautiful destinations. So go build your best life. Go experience the world and go live and love the life that you live. Because you can.